hear me. I don't even normally do this. I was gonna record a video, but I decided that I just wanted to talk, talk. And I said, hey, what better way to get my watch hours up on YouTube? Because y'all, I'm working on this monetization thing. Like, why not? Everybody else is doing it. Why not me? So while I am on my way to my doctor's appointment, I'm going to talk to you. So if you're out there, speak back. If you're not, then okay. Okay, I think I'm back. All right, so anywho, I just wanted to give a recap of this past week. Man, when I tell you it was absolutely amazing, it was absolutely amazing. I spent time at Transformation Church Miami with Pastor Xavier Jones and my TC Miami family. Oh, just want to let y'all know I'm on my way to a doctor's appointment, so I will not be looking at you because I am actively driving. So when I'm at a light, I will look at you. When I'm not, I'm going to be paying attention to the road, but just pay attention to me because I'm paying attention to you. I see you. Okay. So yeah, I spent the past week, the 14th through the 17th, with my Transformations Miami family, Pastor Xavier Jones, and I mean, it was absolutely amazing. It was a prayer and prophetic gathering, and Pastor Xavier opened it up on the first night with prayer and prophecy and hand washing and anointing, and it was just a really powerful service. And then Minister Cecilia Matthews came through and wrecked the place, and then Pastor Solandria Taylor came through and wrecked the place. And then Apostle Sade Martin came through and wrecked the place, y'all. So we had an amazing time. Worship was amazing. The word was amazing. Prayer was amazing. It was just an amazing time to spend with like-minded people who all wanted the same thing. We wanted to see the face of God and wanted to be in his presence and just wanted to get more of him. And it was just, it was amazing. The vision was amazing. And I was so elated to be a part of that. I hope y'all can hear me because I'm driving my husband's car. It's got a lot. Anyway, so the vision was amazing. Everything was just amazing. And I'm feeling like y'all can't hear me. I wish somebody was on here to tell me whether or not you can hear me. But anyway, we gonna keep going. If you can't hear me, we'll take it down. And I don't know. Anywho, I'm just talking anyway. But when I got home, I had a wonderful time. I didn't get to do the Miami things because it was ministry and we were fasting and consecrating, and honestly just wanted to be close. I didn't want to do the Miami thing. I mean, I kind of wanted to, but I didn't really want to do the Miami thing. I wanted to be close. I wanted to be in the moment. So, my husband and I stayed in the room pretty much most of the time. We prayed, read Bible. He did a little work. I did a little work, I think a couple of days. But anyway, when I got home, I came home to a situation that I was not prepared for. I don't really know how you could prepare for the situation that I was faced with when I came home, but at any rate, I was not prepared for it. I was blindsided, and it just took me totally off guard. I've been here before, but I just did not think that I would be here at this moment. I did not think that I would have to deal with this. Hey, good morning, Sandy. I really did not think that I would have to deal with the situation that I was faced with when I got home. And, I wanted to crash out. I wanted to, do all those things. And how you doing this morning? I'm just on here talking on my way to a doctor's appointment, just kind of sharing, maybe give a little encouragement, hopefully, if anybody out there is dealing with some of the things that I'm dealing with right now. But at any rate, I got home, and again, I was blindsided. Good. It's good to know. Anyway, I got home, I was blindsided by a situation, and, I just was just not I was not in a good place. I was just like, Lord, I really can't believe that I am here again. Like, I've seen the situation again before, like I said, but I was blindsided. I had no idea. I came home to a situation, and I'm not going to get totally into the situation that I came home to, but came home to a situation that I was totally blindsided. I didn't know um, that I would see what I saw when I got home. Um, and at any rate, I wanted to crash out. I wanted to do all the things. I did cry. I shed some tears, and I talked to the Lord. But I decided that I was going to try to take a different approach. This at the beginning of the year, not as a resolution, but as a resolve. I decided that I was going to intentionally take God at His word. I was going to intentionally partner with the promises that God has given me. I was going to intentionally go after those things. And I know a lot of the reason why I haven't seen a lot of things that God has promised is because of my mindset, because of where I have been. But at any rate, I decided that intentionally I was not going to deal with this situation as I had dealt with this situation before. So I talked to the Lord. I did cry. I got home on Saturday night, had to get to church in the morning for worship, and we got that done. And I sat down in my seat, and I wanted to cry again and crash out, but as I was getting ready to, my husband came over and spoke to me, and God was just speaking in the atmosphere, and things were just happening. And I was just having a great time, but still fighting in my mind with this situation because I didn't know if it was going to work out. I didn't know what it was going to look like. Like I said, I've been here before. It's uncomfortable. It's not something that I want to be even dealing with, but hey, it might be something that I have to deal with. So, I got home that evening, Sunday evening, and I got right in the bed. I think I ate something, and I got right in the bed. It was like, well, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock. But I'm in the bed. I'm, playing my little Monopoly game, just trying to keep my mind off of things. I'm talking to the Lord. I cried some, talked to the Lord a little bit more. Yeah, if you would, please like and subscribe. Anybody that's on here, please like and subscribe and share this, if you feel like it will help somebody else. And, actually sit and listen and talk to me if you feel like it's going to help you. But at any rate, I, you know, laid in the bed and I went to sleep. I got up the next morning and I'm just like I'm gonna intentionally just try to deal with this differently. And in my prayer that morning, I went to start talking to the Lord about it, and it was almost as if I was stopped in my tracks as I was talking to the Lord. And He said to me, "Are you going to believe me or not?" I'm on my way to a doctor's appointment, Miss Sandy or Mr. Sandy. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I can't see your picture, but I'm on my way to a doctor's appointment. But He said, "Are you going to believe me or not?" You either believe me or you don't. you know whether you are delivered from this situation or you have to deal with the fallout from this situation, I am still who I am. I am always going to be the alpha. I am always going to be the omega. I am always going to be the beginning. I am always going to be the ending. Whether you are in one place or another, I am going to be who I am. And it was not in a coddling voice. For those of you that know me, I'm not a coddler. I try to be very, very understanding and empathetic when I'm talking to people, but I always have to watch my words because I have been told that sometimes I'm just like direct and to the point, and people can take that as if I don't feel, their pain, or I'm, whatever. But I do. But I am the type of person that, due to the things that I have been through in my life and the things that I have suffered through, I am just like, it is what it is, and we have to deal with it. There's no going back. We cannot fix what's in the past. Let's deal with this right here. Let's deal with the head on. That's just the type of person that I am. So it's kind of the way that the Lord speaks to me, kind of tells me what the situation is. And I know that He loves me. And I know that He has a promise for me. I know that He has a plan for me. And I know that it is my responsibility to walk out this plan because it is already set before me. It's already done. So at any rate, He just basically told me, like, you either trust me or not, Lawanda. I know that this situation is hard. I don't want to be dealing with this. I don't want to even see the fallout from it. If I do, even if the fallout is not there and the situation is taken care of, when it comes back up, I'm gonna be right there again. So um I just found myself in a place where I'm just like, Lord, I can't really that I am here again because this is not, it doesn't look like what you said. And that was my biggest thing. Like, not so much that I'm dealing with this, because I know that this can change, something can happen, situations can change quickly, but I just could not believe that I was seeing this situation again. And at first I was just like, Lord, dang, you can't talk to me, a little better than that. Like, geez, I don't want to deal with this, you know. But, it is what it is. It reminded me of having the type of faith that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had, where, they found themselves thrown in the midst of the fire because they would not bow before the king. They would not obey that king. Good morning, good morning, good morning. They would not obey that king. They were going to obey the King of Kings, and they were not going to bow at the sound of somebody else's trumpet when I am having my prayer time. This is what, God is telling me to do. I'm not going to bow. This situation reminded me of that, because I'm like, well, there are things that I can do, but are you going to trust me in the fire, whether or not I bring you out of that fire, or if you have to deal with the fallout from that fire? Are you still going to trust me? That is what God spoke to me. You're going to trust me or you're not. You're going to believe me or you're not. And whether you have to deal with what happens at the end of this situation, or I deliver you from this situation, I am still God. I'm still going to be God. My word is still my word. My promise to you and everyone else and for you is still going to remain the same. It is not going to change. So it's just like, where do you find yourself in my promise? Where do you find yourself in my word for you? There are going to be struggles. There are going to be things that will happen. There are going to be disappointments. There's going to be times where you feel like he's not there. There's going to be times where you feel like you have to walk alone. But those are the times where you have to pull from what is inside you. And that's the thing. That's the thing right there. What's inside of you? What have you taken the time how have you taken the time to sow into yourself and into your spirit, man? Have you gotten steeped in that word? Do you know what my promise is for you? Do you know that this life just includes suffering? And do you know that if you suffer with me now, you will reign with me later? If you don't know those things, you haven't taken the time to read the word of God and get to know who it is that you say you trust, that you worship, then there's absolutely no way you can get through this. So, pretty much, even though he said to me, either you trust me or not, are you gonna trust me or not? What you gonna do? It's up to you, because what I said is still what I said. My word is still my word. My promise is still my promise, and it's not gonna change. With every situation, it's not gonna change. Every morning you're gonna find new mercies, so you better jump on it and better ask me for my mercy. You better continue to steep yourself in this word, continue to know me, continue to find me, continue to seek me first. And whether or not I change this situation, are you going to trust me? And my answer is always yes. I don't want to deal with, what I'm currently dealing with. I honestly do not. I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it. Anybody else been there? I mean, I don't feel like it, but I know that he's with me regardless to, and in spite of my thoughts, in spite of what the enemy is trying to tell me. Here you are again at this door again. His promise is not his promise. This doesn't look like what he said. So did he actually say it? So yeah, I'm getting all of that. And yeah, I'm up every morning, I'm praying, I'm a worship leader, I travel, I do whatever. I still have these internal struggles because I am human. We are human, you're human, and we're just gonna have these struggles. And I just want to encourage anybody that's watching this to trust the Lord with all your heart and do not lean to your own understanding. Leaning to our understanding gets us in trouble every time. I don't know about you, but it get me in trouble every single time because I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna mess it up. I'm not gonna say it right. I'm not gonna do it right. I'm not gonna, every single time I'm gonna mess it up in my own strength. But when I lean on the strength of the Lord, I will make it through. I know I will make it through this season. I will make it through this struggle. The season seems long. It seems like it is not ending, but I know if a season ends in the natural, it's going to end in the spirit. It's definitely going to end in the spirit because this is all according to what happens in the spirit. But I just wanted to get on here while I was riding to my doctor's appointment and just encourage you guys. I got one more X and I am at my appointment. And you know, I just wanted to say good morning in this way rather than doing a video. I am going to do a video a little bit later, but I just wanted to talk with you guys and interact with you guys on a real level. But y'all go ahead, have a wonderfully blessed day, and listen, trust God with all your heart. Don't lean to your own understanding. It doesn't matter what the situation looks like. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter how it seems like it's going to turn out. God is still God. He's still God. He's not going to change. His promise hasn't changed. His word to you hasn't changed. His promise for you and your family has not changed, regardless of the situation. And He will be with you in the fire, out of the fire, as you're going into the fire, and as you're coming out of the fire. All the time that you're enduring that fire, God is going to be with you. So y'all have a wonderfully blessed day. I'm going to go in here and get my wonderful bill of health. And I will see y'all later. I love you.